Hi, thanks for being here, everybody. We want to start by saying that we're excited for the two-parter finale tonight and tomorrow night, so thank you for being here, sir.
I am.
Any questions about love, sex, divorce will be met with swift aggression. That is a pre-warning for anyone who is growing courageous in this moment. Lock it up. I'm just going to win and shake everybody's hand and walk off the stage, crowned champion of the world. And The Voice. I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. I hope that I win. Blake has beaten me many times before. Gwen's got somebody in the race who's amazing. I think we're all just going to have fun and try not to worry about it too much. And I'll also win.
Thank you. Next question.
Well, I'll tell you that one of the things for me personally is getting back to this particular combination of coaches. I mean, there's something to be said about every combination, and we're always weird to talk about that because I love every combination, but there's something about this one that is a standout to me because there's just so much history here with these four coaches, and you just can't fake that. You know, there's friendships that go way back, and it's when you get to work with your friends like that, it's I mean, who gets to do that? It's pretty cool, and they pay us decently too. So
Some of us.
Yeah, it's awesome. Next one.
Well, I don't even know that. Well, people can connect with Barrett for obvious reasons. He literally is like the guy that lives next door. But there's a thing about Barrett that none of us can connect with. We just admire him for. The guy survived a commercial airline crash, you know, and he just anybody who experienced something like that and then came out of it on the other side with the attitude that he has about life. And the way he pursues his dream, the way he works so hard. I mean, how do you not admire that guy, you know? So there's no question that, you know, anybody would look up to him. As a guy that actually knows the man, I hope everybody gets a chance to meet him one day because he's a really good dude.
Is there a little bit of a bromance going on there? Barrett said there was.
Take it easy, you know.
You know, I try not to get bromantically involved with my contestants. That's very unprofessional. Yeah.
He's talking about me.
Well, for me, I feel like there's so many reasons why he should win. First of all, because then I win if he wins. And that means that it's the first girl to ever win, woman, whatever I am. And then, secondly, he is a one-chair turn, so that makes him really extraordinary because it was kind of, you know, one person heard it was meant to be that he was on my team. He had no choice. And so there's that. And then on top of it, I just feel like there's not a lot of people that come through that have like incredible technical voices, but also have unique voices that if you heard them on the radio, you'd be like, I know who that is, you know? Because technically, sometimes it can sound like that can be great, but it can be generic, but he is not generic. So I feel like he should definitely win The Voice, and everyone should vote for him, and like, you know, whatever. I think he has a really big shot. I think he has a really big shot. Adam?
Yes?
I think he has a big shot.
I think he has a big shot too.
Yeah.
Love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Well, I think one of the most special things about Jordan Smith is that everybody knows exactly why he's so special. I don't have to sit up here and talk about it because it's pretty apparent in every single thing he's ever done on the show that he just exudes something that is kind of impossible to put into words. and everybody feels it. And so rather than talk about it, I'll just say I think everybody knows what's special about Jordan Smith.
That's a good way to not answer that question. He didn't say anything, did he?
I don't want to be arrogant.
I know. Too late. I think, well, I've got several to talk about here, so let me just start with, I'll start with Barrett since we were talking about Barrett. You know, like I said before, you know, Barrett is a guy that, I don't know anybody that works harder than that guy at being better all the time. I mean, he's literally, Barrett having my email is equivalent to like you know, .com company that's trying to sell me something every 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, he's constantly emailing me with ideas and thoughts, and what do you think about this? He's constantly thinking about how he can be better at what he wants to do. And so that's one of the reasons I think he should win The Voice, you know, because he works so hard at this. He's not lazy about anything he does. And I'll tell you that Emily Ann, she just naturally, first of all, she just has so much talent. I mean, what an amazing country singer that girl is. I've yet to hear her hit a bad note, to make a mistake. She also works very hard. And I'll say this too, she has as much potential post The Voice as anybody who's ever been on this show. I definitely think she can go on to be a huge star. Well, I'll tell you this, Knoxville is going to get their fill of Emily Ann Roberts within the next couple of years, no matter what happens tomorrow on The Voice, which let's all keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope this thing happens for her. But she's already made such an impact on the music industry, and even beyond that, believe it or not, because, you know, what happens with these artists when they're on the show, nobody knows who their manager is or who their booking agency is or so us coaches are the ones that get the emails and the phone calls and the people who, you know, want to get to these artists. I get the brunt of that, and I'll tell you that I've never had more people approach me about an artist that I've had on my team than Emily Ann Roberts, and so, I mean, ever. And so the odds that you guys in Knoxville are going to be hearing from Emily a lot in the next few years get ready. It's going to be fun to watch this develop for her.
The fifth chair.
Why don't you just wait a minute and it'll be a new season?
Yeah.
We're on constantly.
Wait 30 seconds.
Before you know it, there'll be a new season. We'll just address that. We love Gwen. We love all of our coaches, and as we
but as a producer, is she coming back for season 11, Carson?
I'll ask her right here.
For
11.
Yeah.
As an authority on the subject, please
I know,
inform
but as an
us.
executive producer, Carson, I mean,
Our chairs, we're like Iron Chef around here. Once you've been in the kitchen, you're always welcome back in the kitchen. So.
anytime you want.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
I'll see you next season, Gwen.
All right.
Okay.
Nothing changed. My way of like coaching the artists is always to make sure that they're growing every week and make sure that you know, their confidence is at its best, because you can't do well if you're not feeling good about yourself and feeling good about the reason that you're on the show to begin with. But I have to say that at the end of the day, coaching is one thing, but it's really up to that person. It's up to their spirit being in the best place, them going out and having a good performance every night, and America responding and reacting to it. And so those are all variables that have nothing to do with me. But I'm grateful that Sawyer won last year, and I'm grateful for all the people that were on my team this year, but America makes those decisions, not me. So if anything, I'm just trying to, my method each time is not to win, it's only to make sure people leave better and changed in comparison to when they got here.
Oh, by the way, the answer to that question is to mix shit up. Next question.
We, about this time every year,
damn it,
everybody
Carson.
asks about
Fucking
what are we
roll
going to
with
do
the
different
punches on
next
that
year.
one. God
So we
damn.
had the steal, we've made some tweaks to the format. Last year was a conscious decision to really go all in on our artists. So this year it was actually much better for us to really, kind of double down on our artists. And so by having 9 in that last week, we get more performances and it gives our viewer more reason to be invested in our artists. We're proud. We had this is probably one of our strongest seasons of our contestants. So we don't want to see them go. So we kept them as long as we could. Hence the big bloodbath.
And you could also call that, what, Blake? Mixing shit up.
Next, yes, ma'am.
Mixing shit up.
We heard you.
I was trying to fucking get Blake to say it. You guys are not on my level right now. It's really upsetting. No, this is the opposite of difficult. It is very little. From the first time I ever heard him sing on the blind auditions, I felt this like special thing that he had that I had never heard before, and I can say that I said that because it's on television and it's documented, sorry about that, my bad. And he just, it's really impossible sometimes to explain it because yeah, he's technically amazing off the charts. And yeah, he can sing anything. He can sing the dictionary, it'll sound good. But to be able to do what he does technically and also kind of draw that kind of emotion out of somebody, let alone millions of people the way he does, is just remarkable. And it's almost like this was his thing, like he was destined to win this thing. It kind of feels that way, and it has since the very beginning. Hasn't changed much. And as far as coaching him, like, honest to God, my job's been really easy this season. I can't say that it had much to do with me at all. I think that I was very supportive, and I nurtured him along the way, made some song choices that I think that he liked, and helped him play the game, because that's what my job is. But Jordan Smith is going to win The Voice, and he's going to do it all by himself. Just tell him not to change, That's what I tell people all the time. Don't change. I don't know, it's weird to be famous. People, especially on TV, people come to the supermarket and 85-year-old ladies will be like, "Hello, Adam." And that's different. And I love 85-year-old ladies, but it's just, it's strange to have that happen. So I don't know, you just gotta kind of smile and kiss some babies and sign some autographs.
Come on.
Sorry.
Come on. Throw it to me. Throw it to me.
Do the right thing. Say the right thing. Don't make him do that. That's messed up.
I think it's going to be a pretty serious battle. Just because I feel like the artists... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I think it's going to be a pretty serious battle because I think this season's probably... When it first started out, I don't know if we were sure how strong our teams were and at the time and how strong they were actually going to be. But as the season progressed, you started to see really magical people with these really uncanny abilities just come out of the woodworks. And I think from the very beginning, since when Jordan sang on the blind auditions, I think we all knew that he was something different and special. Emily Ann was that way as well, because she had this really classic, country voice. It sounds like it's several decades old, and meanwhile she's only 17, I think. Barrett was pretty next level, and then after he sang and he blew our minds, and after he told us his story, it was kind of wow, where the feeling and all that tactile thing that you feel when he sings, where that's all coming from. So it's gonna be tough, and I have to say, Jeffrey just creeped up out of nowhere. I definitely thought that I definitely thought that Maddie was gonna progress, but I feel like there was something about Jeffrey's moments and Jeffrey's story as well that's like really propelled him, and America just has a very serious rapport. All that to say, because you did ask me who I thought, I think it's very likely for Jordan.
Here, here.
But if Emily Ann won, I wouldn't be surprised. And Barrett's up there somewhere too.
He's like, it's going to be one of the top 4. I can assure
Yeah, I
you
mean,
that.
if I had to put my money on something, I'm gonna say it's probably Jordan, just because, you know, he's just had so many really crazy performances.
He's an unstoppable force of nature.
Yeah.
End of story.
Definitely a unicorn.
Exclamation point, heart emoji, smiley face, happy Hanukkah.
Hello, beautiful people.
Goes against everything I stand for. So weird. Oh my God.
Contestant from somebody else's team to win?
Other than yours. So
Well,
pretend yours doesn't exist.
You've left me no choice here but to say Gwen, because it's my goal in life to beat Adam or see him, or to see somebody beat him. So I'm going to pick Jeffrey. That's who I would pick to win.
I also would have to say that Jeffrey, he's a great singer. He's not on Blake's team. And yeah, but Jeffrey. Jordan, but Jeffrey. Jordan, but Jeffrey.
Prince.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Blake Shelton. Just kidding. I don't know. Oh, I wouldn't have let anybody coach me when I was young because I was an asshole.
Pharrell.
I mean, I wasn't very coachable when I was younger.
Pharrell actually did coach me.
Actually, Pharrell. I'm going to say Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell's really good at that stuff.
I kind of wanted Pharrell to coach me, like for a long time. When I was starting out, I'm like, God, that guy's so amazing. He's so cool. Yeah, Pharrell. I picked Pharrell.
Wow.
I'm going to say Pharrell too. It kind of set it up to where I'll be a dick if I don't say that. So. Pharrell!
And what would your blind audition song be?
It's a two-parter.
Is that okay? Sorry, guys. Sure.
Happy.
This is like the Twilight Zone.
That's so funny.
Mine would be like probably Holler Back Girl. Just imagine that for a moment, will you? That wouldn't work
I
for
really
me.
answered
No
that
chairs would turn around.
Rump shaker. Say rump shaker. Trust me.
Wow. You're really going back.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd play
The
Milkshake.
McDonald's
I'd do
theme.
Milkshake.
The McDonald's theme song.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You know he wrote that?
He's loving
Bet you didn't
it.
know that.
I have a comment that I probably shouldn't say.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah.
You know, I would advise them to go out and try to explore every resource they have to get the best record deal.
The best record deal.
The best record deal they
with
could
people who
possibly
really
get.
care about them and what they're doing. That's what I would say. Yeah.
That's how I would advise them.
Really, the best record deal from the best label that's really passionate and want to make it work. No, listen, the world is their oyster. It's about the voice. I mean, it's about, well, no, it's about everything, because you can't take one away from the other. It's about the show and what it feels like to watch it and what it feels like to be on it, what it feels like to be an artist, and the people that thrive and succeed do so because of their voice. And so I don't really think that's a question that has an answer, other than it's the all-in experience of being involved with the show that people really respond to, and it is about the voice, because without that there would be no show.
As a producer, what do you think?
That's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. There's lots of great choices out there. I think the minute Adele's done with this world tour, we're gonna have a long conversation about relocating to Los Angeles. We don't book, we don't really book it like that, We talk to, there's the good thing for us is that when we started there was a lot of skepticism about, even from all of us, to even do a show like this. So the good news with The Voice becoming so successful, it's really opened a lot of eyes to people like Rihanna, who was on the show. We've had so many great mentors aside from coaches. So the good news is that we have great options for the future.
But as far as the 5-chair thing, it's never going to happen.